on or seeing them, I would have told him, you are nuts. No woman would buy a shoe without trying it on or seeing it. And yet, clearly, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of women do this. Why is that? Why is it women are willing to buy shoes without trying them on or seeing them? It's because they trust the Zappos. And why do they trust Zappos? Because Zappos trusted women before women trusted Zappos. Zappos has a great shipping and receiving and handling plan, which is they will pay for shipping both ways. Buy the shoe, we send it to you free. You don't like the shoe, send it back, we'll pay for the shipping back to us. And the classic example in the brick and mortar business is Nordstrom, the company that truly trusts its customers. Trusts its customers so much, it will allow you to return a tire to Nordstrom, even though it doesn't sell tires. Trust others, step one. Step two is to become a baker, not an eater. An eater sees the world as a zero-sum game. If you eat the pie, I cannot eat the pie. The more you eat of the pie, the less I eat of the pie. A baker doesn't see the world that way. A baker sees the world as, I can bake more pies, I can bake bigger pies, I can bake cookies and cakes. Everybody can have a little sugar, no pun intended. So, what you want to do is you want to be a baker. Bakers are trusted, eaters are not. Because bakers see the world where everybody can get a piece of the action. Become a baker, not an eater. The last thing is to find something to agree on. You may not be making great progress enchanting people. Find some little thing that you can agree on. And it can be the littlest thing. In the case of Macintosh, it was a big thing. In the mid-80s, we were trying to make Macintosh a spreadsheet database and word processing machine. Basically, we were 0 for 3. Along comes PageMaker. PageMaker started a revolution called desktop publishing. If it wasn't for PageMaker, there would be no Apple today. PageMaker saved Apple. Truly. Imagine if there wasn't Apple today, we'd all have phones with keypads. We'd have phones where the battery lasted for more than a day. It would be a different world. So, the market and Apple finally found something to agree on. Desktop publishing. Desktop publishing, all this PageMaker was a gift from God to Apple. And I believe in God. And one of the reasons why I believe in God is there is no other explanation for Apple's continued survival than the existence of a benevolent God. Now, you may be wondering, what the hell does this picture of opera have to do with anything? So, the apocryphal story is 2 Latin American countries, big diplomatic issue. They're meeting in a third country, neutral country. Not making any progress between the 2 chief diplomats. One diplomat says to the other diplomat, we have to come to some kind of agreement by Friday because on Friday I have to leave. I have to leave because I have to go back to my home country because I promised my wife I would take her to the opera on Friday night. I hate the opera, but my wife makes me take her to the opera. The other diplomat says, oh, your wife forces you to take her to the opera too? I also hate the opera, and my wife forces me to do this. And from that little agreement on something, they formed a relationship that eventually solved the problem.